The tribes signatory to the 1842 treaty recognized the strength of cooperating amongst the tribes and formed their own commission. And this is the Great Lakes Indian Fish and Wildlife Commission.
GLFWC, Great Lakes Indian Fish and Wildlife Commission, their involvement in fisheries in Lake Superior, Keweenaw Bay, their involvement in fisheries in Lake Superior, and tribal regulations and such. A timeline, given a real rough timeline here. You know, in 1492, with discovery of Native Americans and the Americas. When you think about it, discovery is a matter of perspective. Because I was always taught, how do you discover something that's already been there and people have known they've been there? To the way that I was taught, you know, our people on this land discovered this Italian found wandering lost in the Atlantic Ocean. So we actually discovered him. And when you look at the perspective of discovery, in 1972, there was a Lakota Indian who actually discovered Italy. He got off the plane when he flew over there, and there it was. And no one had actually ever discovered it before. So he took credit for actually discovering Italy. So that gives you an idea of the matter of perspective and such. Continue on the timeline. Between 1776 and 1867 was the United States and tribal treaties. Over 500 treaties were signed between the United States government and those nations that were in what is known as the United States today. And when I talk about those nations, I talk about the Ojibwa Nation, the Lakota Nation, the Delaware Nation, the Miccosukee Nation. All those different tribes were seen as nations.
Hello, my name is Bill Mattis. Originally from Lower Michigan, went to school, spent a lot of time away, Alaska and Arizona, and came back up to the Northwoods, settled in Wisconsin. I currently live outside of Ashland. Work for the Great Lakes Indian Fish and Wildlife Commission now for 15 years. I come today to talk to you a little bit about Lake Superior fisheries management. And this is just an outline of my talk today. We'll talk about the fisheries management because the size of the Lake Superior, there are many different government agencies involved in the management of its fishery. So first, I'll overview GLFWC's role in the tribal off-reservation management that Jim referred to. And then I'll try to show how the different agencies work together on the lake as a whole. And finally, I'll talk some about the current management scenarios on Lake Superior.
My name is Gene. I'm the fish and wildlife biologist for the Keweenaw Bay Indian community. I've been there since 2000. I was educated at Lake Superior State University, where I obtained my bachelor's degree in fish and wildlife management. I obtained my master's degree at Michigan Technological University with a fisheries master's, biological sciences degree with fisheries emphasis. I'm going to kind of narrow the focus. We've seen the timeline of events. We've looked at multi-agency and cooperative management. I'm going to narrow down the focus now to closer to home and talk about the last 2 decades worth of fisheries management on behalf of the KBIC, Keweenaw Bay Indian Community. So I'm going to give a brief history of the origins of what is now the Natural Resources Department for the tribe. And just to reiterate what's been talked about tonight, the KBIC has vested interest in the management of the resources of 1842 ceded territories, which is central and western upper Michigan. In particular, we have vested interest in a 5-county area for management: Marquette County, Baraga County, Houghton County, Keweenaw County, and portions of Ontonagon County. Okay. And just for perspective purposes, if you look at the lower schematic in the lower right, the reservation lands are contained in Ontonagon County, Baraga County, and Marquette County. We've got small ownerships, technical ownerships in Ontonagon and Marquette counties, and a 55-plus acre reservation in the Baraga-Lawrence area of Baraga County. Okay.
I went to Northern, graduated from here with environmental conservation major, biology, and Native American studies minor, and got a job at Cliffwick. I live in Marquette, and Dan's out in Wisconsin. I know Dana.
Yeah, I live on the Battle River Reservation. I got my degree at Northland College with an emphasis on fisheries. Matter of fact, I worked with Cliffwick in the bio department for quite a while, and then I moved over to law enforcement. Both of us are commercial fishing specialists for Cliffwick. We try to enforce all the rules and regulations set forth by the tribes.